4 a.m. It is Sunday night on Easter. Um, I guess it's like Monday morning. Easter is over, but happy Easter, everyone! I came home to, well, the house I'm house sitting at. Hi, Kat and Kevin. Everybody's great. And then I wanted to show you all this. I started working on it. Something, a little something, and creative juices have started flowing on. And, so I'm moving around a lot. And sitting here working on it. And when I start to work on my paintings, or drawings, or I get into that creative mode, I really start to just think about my life. And because my latest explorations have been in exploring my life this far and finding my power, and it being Easter, a holiday, has me thinking about a lot of the people and places in my life. I guess I'm still going over the past 5 years. I did that blog. I felt like I was really able to delve into like the first half, and the second half was just sort of like, oh, let's finish it up because I have to post this or something before I go to bed. So I don't feel like I really got to thank and appreciate some of the people and places that have really helped me out. So I'm sitting here and I'm painting this, and I'm thinking primarily about the 6 months I spent at the Grunwald Guild in Washington. While I was there, how they just took me in as a volunteer. I volunteered my time and energy for room and board and use of the art studios. And I'm using that before the cat steps in the paint. And I'm thinking about that and the incredible time I spent there just healing myself and healing my relationship with the divine, healing my relationship with the start to healing my relationship with other people, and how that was where I realized how walled up and defensive I had, and just over the concept of religion. I never really considered myself religious. I was raised not Catholic. I was raised Lutheran, very loosely. We went to church until we moved. I moved at the age of 7, and we moved to Tennessee, and I haven't really gone to church back since then. When I started at the Berkeley Psychic Institute, when I delved into their clairvoyant program and meditation, they are a church. They're the Church of Divine Man. That's when I started getting back into it, and I felt really defensive against church and religion in general. And I don't know if it's any like specific experience this lifetime. Maybe it's past life coming up, but I feel like at the guild is when I was really able to have these conversations with people. I was really able to just have it's a place that experiences, explores, and celebrates the spirit in art, and not necessarily like they are Christian based, but they're open for conversations with everybody, with all faiths, all beliefs, and that was such an awesome, amazing experience to um, be able to put myself out there, and then realizing that the same defensive behavior that I'm defending against was hurting other people. And I was like, wow, I'm being what I hate and what I dislike about religion. Um, and so that really started to open up my, just, I don't know, my heart, open up my belief and my understanding of the divine and of other people and relationships in general. And yeah, so what started this was I just really wanted to thank all of the people that, because thinking about the guild and like they just took me in and nurtured me, um, gave me the space that I needed, without, and I feel like they didn't ask for anything in return other than my, like putting in my help where I can. Like I couldn't monetarily support them, but I could support them by cleaning and um, all kinds of other things. And um, they really put worth on that I hadn't really put worth on before, and I really wanted to help out. And um, but thinking, so I started thinking about the guild and the amazing people and experience I have there. And then I started thinking about all the other people in my life who've just taken me in, taken care of me, nurtured me. The biggest being Noelle. She met my mom when my mom got clean and sober, and she was my mom's sponsor. And um, she saw me as kind of a struggling youth, I guess. I don't know if I was struggling, but I definitely was hidden. Um, and she saw me and just helped me really celebrate my wild side, and really pushed me to explore my art more, and continue my art. She got me, I was in 7th or 8th grade when I met her. So I was in really an impressionable time for me, and she just really took me as a young girl and um, just took me in and made me her own. And she taught me how to do my makeup. She taught me how to do my hair. She taught me how to be feminine. But she also told me how to take care of myself. Like, uh, I think she gave me my first knife. um, she told me not to, taught me how to like not take bullshit from people. And she was my first spiritual teacher. Um, but she just took me into her home and her life, and um, I'm just really grateful for her. And she connected to me to her wild, uh, feminine female family that they're like a group of, um, I don't know, not sisters because they're older and older, but well, even the older ones I feel them as sisters, but it's like I just feel like they're family, like second family. It's a wild, creative women that never really followed the fit the mold, and I'm really grateful to be in their lives, and in Noel's daughter's life, um, who has such an amazing spirit, and such an amazing um, information on her own, that she's making her way and doing what she can do. And um, I'm just really grateful to be part of their lives, even though I don't see them as much as I feel I should, or I don't know. I think I give myself way too high expectations because I care for a lot of people, um, Judy and Barry Buchanan in Washington. They just took me in. They let me stay there for 3 months. Um, all because they knew my dad. Because my dad was one of their best friends when he knew them when he was 25. So he was younger than me when they met, and um, because my dad was family to them, they just took me in, and that is huge and it's awesome. And my time spent with them, it was kind of a tumultuous time in their lives because Barry was running for city council, and there's a lot going on, and so there was stress runs high and various explosions, and it was like so awesome for me to see because that's like it's real life and it's messy, but there's still so much love there. There's still so much um, care, and I think because my parents divorced when my mom got clean as over, my parents eventually got divorced, and um, I guess in my head, somewhere I learned that that if there is turmoil, then the relationship is over. That there is not allowed to be um, any sort of yelling or screaming or whatever, because that means it's the end of the relationship. And Judy was she's great. I love her. She's herself, and she yells and screams, and then she gets over it, and it's cool. And I love that. Like I could, it's like freedom to just let yourself go and let yourself be in whatever moment you are. If you're pissed off, you're gonna be pissed off. Um, and it's okay. Nothing is over. Nothing, it life moves and transforms, and um, she's just a very beautiful woman with her own style, and I love that. She's awesome. And Barry is such a caring man, and I feel like my dad's the same way. He's a sensitive guy. But in a lot of ways, because my dad is very stoic, I always view him in my head as like kind of standoffish, except he's never really been that way with me. It's always been um, just a really loving, friendly, sensitive guy. Barry and my dad, and uh, I really enjoyed my conversations with Barry, and the food that he prepared for me, and just spending time there. My friends in Oregon, and my friends who just let me stay a couple of nights, a week, um, at their place. Karen and Joe in Portland, they just were like, yeah, stay in this tiny ass apartment, and we just all lived there for. I lived there for a week when I was doing some cleaning work, um, and it was just very peaceful, and I really enjoyed just spending the time with them, and we had quiet moments, and it was great. And um, Gretchen and her family, Sue Swenson, I love you, Sue. You let me stay in your house that you weren't using. It was awesome. It was really a good time for me to like decompress after spending time at Mount Shasta, and you've given me so much, and I really appreciate everything you've given me, and um, I hope that I've given you uh, enough in return, or you feel I've given you enough in return for all you've given me, because you've been my mom's best friend forever. Um, I'm sure I'm gonna miss people, but I'm just thinking about my journey north and the people I spent time with and the people that helped me out um, and then this last year I worked with this teacher Norbith, my teacher Norbith, um, and he also took me in and showed me. Ironically enough, he showed me more of the divine feminine. I learned a lot of the divine masculine from Noelle, wild, crazy woman. Um, but I learned from of the divine feminine from a male, a sensitive male, who is very male. Um, and he had his moments where the loud shouting and the hey and um, the parts that make me jump from and want to cower. Like my dad gets loud, and there are moments when I was young where I would take that as scary because he just yells, and it's not anger, it's just him yelling, and I mixed that up with times when he was angry, um, and somewhere in my head I use that as um, it's not okay for there to be yelling. I'm not if somebody's yelling, I'm not okay, and I am okay. It's like I'm okay to be. I'm okay to be whoever I am. I'm gonna be what I am. But yeah, Norbert really took me in and took me into his home and took me into his life, and I worked with him for 6 months, and I really appreciate him um, sharing his gifts, teaching me, guiding me, triggering me, all the places. Uh, Anything I would show him, he would trigger it, and it was. I had a lot of pain that that was down. I mean, there's still pain that is coming up, but he started this permission of release for me, starting to think a different way. I mean, I've always been transforming my thinking from negative to positive, but I really start thinking more positively about myself, about my day, about what's going on around me. There's just always been this, there's always a voice on my head, and sometimes it's just very negative. Um, so many people. And Joe, um, I love you, Joe. He's been my best friend for the longest time. I rejected him before when he made overtures, I guess, and he's still he's still an important person in my life. He was still really important, and we've always connected. Um, and with him, I really feel like I was able to heal my emotional side, my the part where I hide my emotions in my relationship. Um, I have permission to have my feelings around him. I can cry without hurting his feelings. Um, because I was in relationships before, I always felt that um, if I cried, it would make them feel bad, and I would take that guilt down upon myself. And with Jill, I've just been able to have myself, have my emotions, however I have them, and I can talk to him about it. And he's completely present and aware, and in those moments, and I thoroughly appreciate it. He is giving so much more financially than I ever expected to just support me before I got a job, helping me with my vehicle and just living, and It's like the biggest gift somebody can give you is just taking them into your life and giving to them like they're your own. And his family, Sandy and Dennis and James and Julia and Julie. There's so many of them. Grandma. Um, I love I love Joe's family. You guys are great. Um, my family is awesome. Like I talked to my dad and my aunt today, and um, they're kooky and they're crazy and they have their faults like everybody does, but I love them and they'll do almost anything for you and within limits, I guess. But we have a good time and we're smart asses and crazy and I'm just really appreciative today of all the people in my life and Kat and Kevin, my friends I'm house sitting for right now. Um, Marcel and Katie, who I dog and cat sit for. Um, Marcel has always he's been there for me, supporting me as an artist. He has my art in his gym, and um, he saw me needing a little extra income, and he helped me. Just I don't know. I feel like he's always helped me build myself up more. He's trying to make myself better, and he's a really good friend. He's one of the my only like male friends that I feel like is I don't know, like I almost put him higher than me in some way because he's consciously and aware, but he's not higher than me. We're on the same level. We're just two beings growing. Um, but I really appreciate his insight and his awareness and his intuition and and just his support. Um, he helped me start my weight loss fitness journey years ago. And then Jenny, her program, I got on her food program and she just helped me the rest of the way, helped me with the feminine side of weight loss or whatever. God, and all my friends, you guys are all so amazing. And all my Facebook friends who I don't talk to very much, but we post back and forth. I really appreciate seeing your moments of growth and awareness. Naima and all the new groups of friends that I'm um, creating and finding on the Academy of Womanhood and the fullness of the woman of women. There's just so much. Yeah, I just wanted to take this really long 24 minutes to appreciate you in my life, and if you've listened this long, I really appreciate it. And thank you. Um, I hope you have a wonderful evening or day or whenever you see this. And love you. Bye. Oh wait, I have to find my. I forgot. I finally got my keyboard turned